Okay, day two of the Cheltenham Festival. Betting wise, not the greatest. Tiger Roll got us out of jail a bit, I have to say, with his victory in the cross country. Actually had a wee nibble on relegate at the end there as a wee last ditch bet, which came up trumps under Katie Walsh. Looking back in the day, great day for Gordon Elliott. With Sam Crow winning, looked very impressive. He also obviously had Tiger Roll, and he had the winner in the Fred Winter as well. But we also saw Altior running superbly well. Looked in trouble coming down the hill, but Nicol pulled him out wide, and he when he seen daylight, there was no catching him after the final fence. I did have a bit of a nibble at Min, to be honest, who ran a brave race in second. Disappointing to see Douvan falling, because Paddy Mullins he felt he was back to the way that we all know the great Douvan is, and that would have been interesting if he stayed on his feet, but it wasn't to be. Present Percy looks a future Gold Cup horse without a doubt. Another great ride by Davy Russell. So biggest issue obviously the day for me was the sad sight of seeing Ruby Walsh limp out of the festival. It looks like he's that injury that kept him out this season. That's reoccurred after that fall earlier today, and it's a big disappointment, a big blow for the festival. He's a great jockey, as we all know, and he lights up the festival, and it's a great shame to see him out of the festival for the main. But let's hope that we see him back in the saddle at some stage. That's the most important thing. And as Katie Walsh emotionally said at the end of the race, when she won on relegate in the bumper, the main thing is that he got up and he was talking and he was walking. So that's the main thing. Looking at tomorrow, my tips for you. Looking at the JLT, I'm going to go for Terrafort for Daryl Jacobs and Nicky Henderson. I think this horse that's came over from France, has ran twice this year already, won at Sandown, and I think has a great chance and shouldn't mind the ground. There's going to be quite a bit of rain, I hear, overnight in Cheltenham, and although they're on the new course as of tomorrow, it's going to be an interesting one to see how bad the ground will be. In the Pertemps, Forza Milan stands out at me a little. John Joe O'Neill, I think John Joe's horses have been running reasonably well, and this could be the horse. He's kept his horse quiet most of the season. This has been the target, so I think Forza Milan in that one. And the Ryanair, I'm not really. I think Undeso is going to be very difficult to beat. I think a lot of people would be like to see Q-Card run well, but there's not much each way joy in it. There's only probably going to be 6. Douvan was declared, but he's not going to obviously run in it. But so there's not even an each way angle to look into the race. So Undeso really looks difficult to beat. There's 2 horses in the Stairs race that I'm struggling now, because I've thought Sam Spinner all the way, and I will back him. It would be great for Jed O'Keefe for that horse to win, that's for sure. And the other horse is Bacardi's, who I've backed previously, and it would be good for that horse. Ruby Walsh was obviously due to take the ride, but imagine Paul Townend will switch to that horse. He's meant to be on Pen Hill. He might not. It might be Paddy Mullins comes in for it. We'll just need to wait and see. Whoever's on it, I think it'll run a good race as well. Moving on to the Brown Advisory and Stable Plate Chase. I'm going to go for the Storyteller, Davy Russell, for Gordon Elliott. I think that's a combination that could come bring a winning formula in that race. The other last two races, the one that I will pick out is the amateur race at 5:30, Maldini. It's a horse that always seems to light up at Cheltenham, and it would be great for Patrick Kelly, who had obviously a winner today with Present Percy, if he gets this one home as well. I backed it last year at the festival and probably didn't get the best of runs, to be honest, but he should run well. Paddy Mullins is going to be on it. who's probably as good an amateur jockey as you'll find. So that's my thoughts on tomorrow's racing. I'll repost my bets then. Hope the festival's been great for you so far, halfway through it. Bring on more success tomorrow. Have a good one. CopaLoadofRacing.